Hey guys, Rogue here, straight from the Rogue Urbex studio on a freezing cold winter's night here in South Africa. Obviously this is not the normal intro that we do for our videos, but tonight's episode is somewhat of a special one due to the location that we will be exploring, seeing as it's filled with a massive amount of history. We were privileged to explore the only abandoned section that is still left under lock and key. It's not open to the public, and it's under security. But without revealing too much just yet, maybe it's good to mention that South Africa has a very diverse and tumultuous history, with numerous course-defining events shaping the country's history, but more importantly, also determining our nation's direction and future. It is with great respect then that we actually enter locations such as this and then explore and document what we find. Maybe it's a good start to maybe just thank the management of this precinct for allowing us access. Also our very dear friends, the Upside Down Paranormal, Rivers and his team, for arranging access to this premises via the management. We really appreciate the management and our friends for doing this for us. When we got the invite, we were not sure what to expect, since this location has a mix of extremely historic buildings spanning roughly 100 years or a century. So a lot of information to take in, although we were only filming a very small portion of the precinct. So without further ado, join Rogue and Sinister as we explore a very small part of a mostly forgotten history inside a compound filled with culture and diversity. Thanks for joining us, guys. Hope you enjoy the video.
Me and Sinister moving slow tonight. Past the tower's red light, keeping out of sight. Got the camera ready, backpack full of gear. Something about this place just keeps pulling us near. Through the fence we slip like we always do. Queen Victoria's halls got stories that's true. Where death once lived, art now breathes. Where death once lived, art now breathes. Broken glass crunching underneath our feet. Empty corridors where life used to be. Old beds, rusting papers on the floor. Paint peeling off every single door. Every step we take echoes down the hall. Got that feeling like the past wants to call. Like the building speaking right to my soul. Empty rooms but they speaking untold. Where death once lived, art now breathes. Where death once lived, art now breathes. Wait, what's that light coming from ahead? Thought this place was dead, but instead, colors on the walls, fresh paint in the air. Artists in their space, creating without care. African beats pumping through these halls. New life growing up through these walls. What was broken down now rising up. Young creators making beauty from the dust. Where death once lived, art now breathes. Where death once lived, art now breathes. Me and Sinister watching art unfold. In this Hillbrow night, got a story to be told. This ain't just decay, this is change in motion. Life finds a way, that's my true devotion. Where death once lived,
How's it, guys? Rogue and Sinister back in action.
First one for 2025.
Yeah, what a long stretch that we've taken a break this time. It's actually been about 6 months,
If not longer.
yeah, definitely. But we needed the break. Lots of stuff have happened. We've redone the studio again, and Quentin has been up to a lot of stuff, myself included. And but we're glad to be back, and we're hitting the ground running for 2025.
My phone doesn't stop ringing.
Yeah, his phone still functions. That's the one thing that's still working.
My number is 072.
But yeah, guys, we're very excited for today. We're meeting up with our very close friends Rivers and his team from the Upside Down, and we're going to film a very special location which we'll reveal a bit later. But for now, we're on the road. We just had a proper wimpy lunch. So we fed, and we're not going to go hungry.
Yeah, stick with us, and we've got some exciting stuff lined up for 2025.
But for now, let's enjoy the road trip. Let's enjoy the exploration tonight, and if we survive the haunted hospital, we'll mention later, then the next one's also going to be very, very cool. So yeah, thanks for your patience, guys. And yeah, let's hit the road and hit the ground running.
I don't know if you can see, but there's a pieman's ad, and I'm already hungry again. We just ate like half an hour ago. Thanks for bringing us safely.
Yeah, we made it. So thanks to God for keeping us safe. Definitely, we had a bit of a rough one.
So I prayed.
It's the most he sprayed this whole year. So yeah, guys, There we go.
He's sweating because he's setting up his rig. Takes 2 people. Yeah, we live here at Constitution Hill. What an amazing privilege it is for us to be able to be here.
Definitely.
And yeah, you can come in. We've got an exclusive, right?
Like
access.
permission, yeah. We've got exclusive access arranged. Thank you so much to Yanni and Rivers and Benita.
And the team from the Constitution Hill that allowed us to be here. It's a massive privilege, so thank you very much. We'll step in and have some fun, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Constitution Hill, Johannesburg. If you walk here, you are in the footsteps of historic giants such as Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Ghandi, Albertina Sisulu, and so many others that served time in this precinct for standing up to the apartheid system. Over its 100-year history, thousands of ordinary people were also incarcerated here. Men and women from all races, backgrounds, ages and agendas. Even children, the poor and the rich, the everyman and the elite. The history of every South African is in some way represented here. The precinct is made up of various parts. It houses a former prison and military fort, and today is also home to the country's constitutional court, which upholds the rights of all citizens. It forms part of the Nelson Mandela Legacy Sites and is also recognized as an official UNESCO World Heritage Site. This place is a living museum that conveys the story of South Africa's journey to democracy. It is also open to the public for all to visit, to learn and experience a rich history spanning well over a century. On the boundary of the precinct sits the old Queen Victoria Maternity Hospital and its nurses' residence. This is the only portion that can still be seen as abandoned. We were privileged to gain access to film this portion and to document what we find.
So the whole area has been fenced off, and we're having to enter by the back, same way that one of the security showed us a bit earlier. So it might get a bit dark as we step in, but we'll turn the lights on and see what we can see.
We enter by the basement of this building, not 100% sure of what we would encounter, but that is the spirit of urban exploration. A kind of excitement fills the air as our mission begins. The history of the Queen Victoria Hospital is quite complex, evolving from a 50-bed facility into a major teaching hospital before becoming obsolete by the early 1940s. A new hospital was designed by Gordon Leith and then constructed in 1943. The new hospital specialized in obstetrics and gynecology. Today, this building is no longer operational as a medical facility, but rather houses residential apartments. In 1939, however, a separate Queen Victoria Maternity Hospital and nurses' residence, also designed by Gordon Leith, was constructed. The building that we are currently exploring is this old nurses' residence that has been fenced off and locked down for any public visits.
It is. An absolute phenomenal hospital, or hospital wing. Switch on a bit of light. Have you gone up?
Yeah, I'm on this floor. I want to just hope you can see what the rooms look like.
I see something done. All of this has been neatly removed. It's not vandalized like you would find in other hospitals.
Yeah, that's right.
So I wonder if contractors might not have at some stage just removed this to decrease the risk of vandals coming to this place, because it's not broken, it's not torn, so you can see whatever's been removed has been properly removed in if I can say the correct manner.
If they're busy, obviously think of renovating. Some of the buildings next door, as we've been in earlier, have been used for office space, for art studios, for projects, for craftsmen. So maybe this is the idea for this building as well, which will be great, because then you don't lose the historic site, and it is reused for modern businesses, repurposed. Yeah. So, but I think let's quickly just squeeze into one of the smaller rooms and see what it looked like, because this used to be the nurses' quarters also, apparently. So
that's what we understand. Yeah. Okay.
I think let's have a look.
Unfortunately, by 2017, the buildings of the Queen Victoria Maternity Hospital received a black plaque from the Gauteng Heritage Action Group for the very neglected and damaged state it fell into. It received criticism aimed at those responsible for its upkeep, yet they allowed damage to the buildings due to the lack of oversight during unauthorized renovations. it became clear that this building was in fact the nurses' residence, made up of residential apartments of various sizes. You can also see that renovations were attempted with rubble lying around. We have been in plenty of abandoned places, and normally we find a lot of graffiti alongside tons of debris, as scrappers remove any and all metal fittings in a very disorderly fashion, very different from the rubble that we find in this building. It is clear that the items such as tiles were removed, probably with the intention of replacing and upgrading these apartments.
This is a 2-bedroom flat with 2 bathrooms, 1 separate toilet.
Yeah, you can see, because that's a bigger, I don't want to say ensuite type of vibe.
I think this was the kitchen actually. No, wrong.
It had to be the kitchen.
No, it does, yeah, because when you look at the cupboard space.
And you guys could probably see the nice view of central Joburg.
Trying to make our way to the rooftop, our mission is not to view every room, since one empty room looks the same as another. We were here to also discover the history of this place, while documenting what we find. So as the sun sets over a Josie sky, our exploration turned into a nighttime adventure, and as we climbed higher, the sun went lower.
And right there is the beautiful Constitution Hill, which our dear friends the Upside Down are busy filming. And then this is what seems to be like segregated clothing line, like for each unit would have had their own clothing line, lockable. And then could go there, but I wish and I hope that the camera view that you guys are seeing justifies what I am currently seeing. There's just something extremely nostalgic about being here, knowing the history of this place, knowing what happened here, what's currently happening here. And yeah, this is super special. So let's head back and have a look at what Rogue is doing. So this is a bit of a steep in and decline, and Rogue just said that he's not gonna manage that. So I presume we're gonna meet up with him around the corner somewhere. I hear his footsteps.
Yeah, I'm hiding here like Batman.
Waiting in Gotham City.
Yeah, so the idea, I think this is what the old buildings look like. I think we're going to step out a few flights of stairs and then go to the repurposed building with our friend Lebo from earlier, just to get an idea of what the repurposed buildings look like. I think that's a general idea. I don't know what you think.
There you have it, guys.
Yeah.
Let's step out and go and meet Lebo and his fantastic business or team. I don't know if he's got a team.
Craftsman. He works with leather products.
Yeah.
So let's go have a look what it looks like, and kudos to him and his team for also inviting us to come pop in before closing time. So 8 o'clock in the evening to close then shows you the hard work that goes into it.
On a weekend, guys. On a weekend.
On a Saturday evening. So
let's go.
Cool.
This story is not all doom and gloom. Even though the nurses' residence has been left fenced off and locked down, the maternity hospital itself has eventually been renovated and repurposed into a vibrant creative space for various artists, craftsmen and organizations, saving it from a dystopian future and setting its course for one of creative, positive and uplifting development.
So this most definitely gives you more of a hospital vibe. There's a lot of offices that have been shifted in here, but it definitely gives you, you know, the hospital vibe, which is awesome. I just want to switch on a torch quickly. But you can see the art pieces and stuff that they've started taking in. But it definitely gives you more of a hospital vibe than anything else. So I think what Rogue said earlier on, that might have been the nurses' quarters, with this then ending up being the actual hospital itself, which has now been revamped to studios, mostly art, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, so compared to the older buildings that we're just in, this is a major change, but it's the same era, same building style.
Yeah. And you can see it's well maintained, the floors, the walls, fresh paint, fresh doors, the security is overwhelmingly friendly,
and it's
accommodating.
Got a fresh smell.
Lovely.
When I walked in, you can almost, it feels like it's modern.
Yeah. And what I noticed is there's 99.9% studio, so it's a lot of arty things going on here, which I think is a huge step in the right direction.
Let's go further down and then up to the roof to see a bit of the city lights.
Yeah, they actually opened up for us, especially
cool,
so that we can do that. But lovely place. And you can see a little, what do you call this?
Like a courtyard with a garden. Here we go.
It's a wonderful feel, I can't describe it. But you definitely get the hospital vibe.
You do, yeah, with the courtyard and the building style. You can see the round arches of the stairway, if it will focus a bit more. Should we look up old Lebo and just have a little interview with him quickly?
I think that would be awesome. Yeah, look here, there's some like an old gas control unit.
Yeah. I'm going to quickly give Lebo a shot and just see if I can.
Heading down one of the corridors to the actual main entrance.
Lebo, it's Dricia and Quentin from earlier. Are you still here at the building? Oh, okay, all right. Are we too late, or are you still willing to sit with us for like 5 minutes? Are we at the front door? We are at the bottom at the front door. Oh, are you by reception? Okay, awesome. I'm going to just wait here to see you. Thanks. Let me show you inside, yeah.
So this is where I get to like
Your creative space.
Yeah, I get to use it for like showcasing and stuff like that. And then this is where I get to craft some of my stuff.
Your leather stuff, eh?
Yeah. So.
Oh wow. It's got this really artsy feel to
Sure,
it.
sure. Thanks, man.
Well done, young and upcoming entrepreneurs. Well done.
Yeah, we
Thank you
like to
so
see
much,
that.
Chad. Thank you so much.
There's not enough positivity in the country, and these
No,
type of
yeah.
things shows you that people don't just go lie down.
Let me see what I can. But as you guys say, you're gonna come on Saturday, no?
On a Saturday, it's not going to be this
For you
Saturday.
guys as
Shut,
well, yes. So these are some funky key holders that I can gift you guys with for today.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh,
My
yes.
brother, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Just-
Lebo.
Thank you so
Lebo.
much.
Appreciate it. Thanks,
We'll
man.
definitely give you a shout out, brother. Thank
This
you.
is just the beginning of it.
Oh,
Believe
we
me.
appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you
Yeah.
so much.
Bless you guys.
God bless you too,
Sure.
eh?
And yeah, may your business prosper, man. Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, yes, this is very positive. Yo. We don't believe in chance.
Yeah, nothing.
Everything happens for a
For a
reason.
reason,
so-
definitely I believe in the universe so much as well. And it's more like about authenticity more than anything.
Yeah, and you know, we from a small little town called Saxelberg. I don't know
Sure.
if you've heard about it.
I'm born in Free State in Clocolan.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so
and then I came here when it was like I had to do my preschool here because of my father was already working this side, and me, my mom had to come as well.
Okay.
And then I came to Johannesburg in 2015. That's when I was going to do my first year. And then I studied public relations. So having to study public relations or being exposed to such environment, it's things that I used to see on TV,
Yeah, yeah.
things like that. And I'm like, wow, man. This is so very inspiring. I need to share this with my people. And then public relations, there's blogging, there's stuff like that, and then you get to write. So this brand came to my mind, the modern us, the modern generation, and me being exposed to this type of environment. It's a chance for me to explore my talent and skills and establish my footprint economically through what I do, and which is something that's very hard to do because of every time maybe someone finishes school, they had to go into the corporate world or anything like that. And whereas we can turn our skills and talent into corporate.
Yeah.
But well done, you've made a success to it this far, and we only believe you grow and grow and grow. And hopefully, one of these days, we can have a celebrity in our presence.
Definitely. There we go,
Thank
guys.
you so much, man.
The Modern Us. I love the brand name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it
It tells us that you're reaching forward, not just looking backwards.
Yes, and it's something that's very timeless, you know.
Definitely.
So up to it.
In the darkness we roam, rogue and sinister. Oh. Document the forgotten. Started this shit when the sun went down. Two figures creeping through the broken town. Cameras heavy, hearts even heavier, yo. Looking for spaces where the lost souls go. Concrete crumbles, but we still climb higher. Buildings been dead, but we still desire to see what remains of the places that once held so much pain. La la, we walk through the dark. Oh, oh, leaving our mark. Document the forgotten before it's completely right. This is why we do this. Rogue and sinister, visit these places to document them before they disappear. To honor the memory, make it clear. This is why we do this. Broken glass beneath our feet, but we still move through these streets. Document the forgotten.
Yeah, this was such a humbling experience.
Definitely.
Meeting a young, upcoming
Craftsman.
star.
Yeah.
And you know, he's got the potential to make a $1 million business or $1 million business, and he's here.
He's not living on
Working.
handouts.
Yeah.
He's creating something.
Dedicated, passionate, and you know, guys keep and every day, you know, told Dries the other day, you walk into a place not anticipating a lesson,
Yeah, definitely.
and then you walk out with an humbling experience like this, and you get like put back to earth. It's in some way taken a. I'm not going to say a weird turn. It's not weird at all. It's just
It's a fresh turn that
Yeah.
it took. We've never had a space where you come in an old building and then walk into another building that looks similar, but they've revamped it
so
and
much
people are building
energy,
on
so
top
much
of that.
positivity. And yeah, I must give kudos to the management of whoever's managing this. I don't know the names or the correct saying, but Well done, guys. It's a phenomenal, it's a phenomenal thing that you guys are doing, empowering youth. And yeah, we're not old. I mean, it's our age group empowering us. Thanks for what you guys do.
Definitely.
Irrespective of what happened or what's going to happen, you guys are there, man. And it's really
We were made feeling welcome,
by everybody.
and they want to just share.
Yeah.
Even the security, like, you know, sure, you guys are so welcome, and like, you know, step in and look at this, and we'll open the top of the roof for you guys, like Lebo and everybody else that we can't remember the names of immediately, but thank you for opening your door, your heart, and sharing with us a little bit.
This
That
has
is what
been
Ubuntu is about, being brothers. Yeah, let's step down. We're gonna go outside and then run to the car. No, I'm only joking. We're gonna have a nice fresh walk up to the Jeep and then meet up with Quentin. Not with Quentin.
Yes, you're gonna meet up with Quentin.
But always meet up with Quentin. But meet up with Dries as well once in a while. But Rogue and Sinister, that's what we're here for. And to sum it up, just press record. The story will tell itself. So, my brother.
We do this, Rogue and Sinister, visit these places to document them before they disappear, to honor the memory, make it clear. This is why we do this, broken glass beneath our feet, but we still move through these streets, document the forgotten. Artists breathe new life, new life in the spaces cut by time's sharp knife. Purpose found in the most unlikely spots, connecting all the forgotten dots. Document the forgotten. This is why we do this. Rogue and Sinister, visit these places to document them before they completely disappear, to honor the memory of the people and the places that once was. If you wish to support the Rogue Urbex initiative, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. We'll see you on our next Urbex mission. Rogue and Sinister out. Document the forgotten. Forgotten.
When last could you walk around the CBD of Joburg?
Chicken LED liggie op die toring.
Ja.
It's changing colors. How cool is that?
When last could you walk around the CBD 8 o'clock at night?
1973, before I was born.